New York's primary election is just a few weeks away, and a number of contenders are fighting to be Manhattan's next top prosecutor. 8 candidates are vying for the district attorney seat. Democrat Cy Vance has held the position for more than a decade. His replacement will take over the criminal investigation into former President Trump and his company. The New York Times announced this week it's endorsing Democrat Alvin Bragg for the role. If elected, the former federal prosecutor would become the first black district attorney in the borough's history. And Alvin Bragg joins me now to talk more about his candidacy and what he sees in the days ahead. Alvin, let's start off with prosecutorial reform. If elected, your plan is to limit mass incarcerations in Manhattan. I'm wondering if you could tell our viewers more about how you plan to accomplish this.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me on. We have to limit the footprint of what is in our criminal justice system. In New York City, more than 80% of the docket are misdemeanors, many of which have little or nothing to do with public safety. So that's the starting point for shrinking the footprint and, along with mass incarceration, closing the racial disparities. Of that docket, more than 80% of the people charged with crimes are people of color.
Reducing gun violence in Manhattan is also a personal issue to you. I'm hoping you can tell our viewers what happened in your childhood and how it impacts you still today.
Yes, this is why I went to law school. Growing up in Harlem during the 80s, during the height of the crack cocaine epidemic, I had a gun pointed at me 6 times, 3 by the NYPD during unconstitutional stops, and 3 by people who were not police officers. And really trying to marry public safety and fairness is why I went to law school, and that's what I've been working on for the past 20 plus years. And then in my adult life, my brother-in-law had his best friend murdered, shot to death in front of him, and I helped him kind of navigate the system. So guns and addressing gun violence are a top priority for me.
You've also been endorsed by Marissa Hochstetter. She's a sexual assault survivor who became a major voice against the handling of sex crimes under Cy Vance. Tell us, what's your plan for restructuring the DA's sex crimes unit?
This is a critical issue. Marissa, I was with her and other survivors of former Dr. Haddon's conduct. When we think about this unit, we think about Harvey Weinstein not being initially prosecuted, Jeffrey Epstein, and Robert Haddon. We have to focus on the trauma of the survivors and let that be the central piece of the cases. Sexual assaults are the most underreported violent crime in America. And in Manhattan, we have a negative feedback loop where women like those who came forward, like Marissa, not treated well by the DA's office, not having their trauma centered, and we need to fix that. And I've got a plan for that on my website that's detailed, but starts with viewing those who come forward and centering their trauma and letting that trauma be the guiding point and the focal point for our investigations.
Finally, Alvin, you have experience handling legal matters involving former President Trump, and if elected, you'll be tasked with finishing the DA's investigation into his business dealings. What's your take on this investigation right now, and how does the system, by electing the DA with an ongoing investigation, how does that potentially complicate matters?
So I do have a lot of experience with the former president. I led the New York State Attorney General's work and investigation and successful litigation against him and his family for their misconduct with the Trump Foundation. And also we had a number of litigations, more than 100, involving the Trump administration, the 3 Muslim travel bans, family separation of the southern border. So lots of experience there. You're right. I mean, I don't know exactly, I don't know anything more than what's in the public domain, but it appears that there's an active investigation. There was reporting about the impanelment of a long-term grand jury this week. And I think it's important to elect someone who is well prepared to pick up wherever the sitting district attorney leaves off. So someone not only who's had experience with Trump, but also the kind of cases that appear to be what the DA is investigating. So I've done complicated money laundering cases. I've done cases involving sham companies and shell companies, done cases involving valuations of assets. And I think we need that experience because obviously if if brought, would be one of the most consequential cases in the history of local enforcement, and we need someone who's ready on day one. Not only for this matter, but Manhattan is so special because we've got City Hall and we have Wall Street, and so we have a public corruption and corporate fraud investigations, and we need someone who knows how to do those investigations, and I've done them throughout my career.
Alvin Bragg, what an interesting time to be running for Manhattan DA. Thanks so much for coming on and sharing your perspective.
Thank you. Have a great night.